Jai Hind, myself Dr. Subhrangshu, on behalf of Smart Disha Academy, on behalf of HITAM NDI Club, I congratulate everybody, all participants, for a glorious career ahead. That is armed forces, basically. So I thank to Mr. Ramesh, who has given us an opportunity to interact with you, right? So I think I'm audible to everybody. Any one or two can reply. It is audible.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Very much. Yes, sir.
Okay. So anybody in between have any doubt, anything, you can just unmute yourself. You can speak out, and after that you can mute yourself. All right. And later on, after some presentation, we will have a discussion, free discussion, one to one also. We can plan. All right. So basically, as you know, there are recently we have a Agniveer. Anybody heard about it? What is Agniveer? Anybody? There is a new scheme launched by central government for recruitment for army, navy, and air force. Okay. Anybody heard about it? Please don't share screen. Few are sharing screen. Don't share screen. Right? Please don't share screen. I am already sharing screen. Right? My screen is, I think, visible to everybody. Right. So there are the Agniveer. There is a new pattern of recruitment for armed forces. Right. However, there were few recruitment for commissioned officer rank. The exams are AFCAT, Air Force Common Admission Test, Combined Defense Service, National Defense Academy. These are the exams. So NDA basically it is after 12th. If you pass 12th or appearing 12th, you can appear NDA, National Defense Academy, for Army, Air Force, Navy is a joint combined entrance. Followed by there will be a services selection board interview will be there, right? Second, there is a combined defense service after graduation, so you are eligible to join for or appear for combined defense service. This is for air force, army, navy also, right? Likewise, there is for AFCAT, that is air force common admission test, right? So you can also appear for AFCAT. So these are different activity where you can prepare yourself for a glorious career in armed forces, right? So basically, now question is why armed forces and why we should prepare for this glorious career. Anybody can explain why armed forces? Suppose you want to join armed forces. Why armed forces? Why you want to join armed forces? One by one. Anybody? Why you want to join armed forces? We have more than 50 participants. I am expecting someone to speak about why you want to join armed forces. We have lot of participants. Basically, I want a little bit interactive. You should speak something. We have Jansi, Kebnath, Kotli, Kashi Joke, then MD Yusuf, Marlin, Narendra, Norian, Archana, Praveen, Pavan, Prathamesh, Pooja, Rajkumar. I am audible and clear to all. I'm expecting,
Yes, sir.
yes, I'm expecting someone to speak about why you want to join armed forces. Anybody? Baisali, Vaishnavi, Bhara, Jogesh, Tejal, Tanvesh, Tanaji, Syed, Sunita. Anybody? Those are just unmute.
Namaste, sir.
Namaste.
Namaste, sir.
Namaste.
Myself, Archana.
Yeah. Tell me why you want to join armed forces.
myself, I was seeking to have like a discipline and good outside that
That is the adventure activity, good
okay,
environment.
I begin my
I-
knowledge that is uh, it is the most stressful place that but you know if I'm
o-
and
Okay,
respect I'm seeking.
okay. So, can anybody just elaborate because her voice was cracking? Can anybody speak what she said? Okay. Let me. I think is the audio is okay to everybody?
Yes, sir, it is audible.
So tell me what she spoke. Anybody?
Actually, her voice was not clearly audible.
Okay. So not an worry. So this is one is adventurous activity. This is a prestigious job. Moreover, good facilities are available, and you are serving the nation. I think these are broad aspect, and you lead some adventurous sports activity. Everything you can enjoy the life in a adventurous manner. Isn't so? Okay. So basically, to prepare armed forces, you need to prepare for some exam. Basically, there are two parts. One is written exam, then another is services selection board. I'll cover everything in a nutshell, and later on, if required, we can go in deep also, right? So first of all, so let us do the cross check. What are all syllabus, right? So suppose you want to go for AFCAT, right? My screen is visible.
Yes, sir, it is visible.
Okay. So still people are joining, not to worry. So AFCAT, there are two 6 month. There are two exam in conducted in twice in a year. Right? As you see, there is a notification. 263 vacancies available. Right? So there are online exams available. That model exam will be online, and number of question will be 100. So if you are into the engineering stream, there is a engineering knowledge test, and other aspect are mental ability, general awareness. So there is a negative marks also available. So entire everything, if you search, you will get entire course syllabus available there, right? So first there will be a written exam, then followed by there will be a services selection board exam interview. There's 5 day interview will be there, like so. In general awareness, they will be asking about history, sports, geography, current affairs, civics, and basic science. So more or less throughout your 3 years of curriculum in graduation, I hope all are doing graduation, and those who are done post graduation also, they also can join, right? So these are the common links. You can get it from Google, and if any requirement later on also, I can brief the details. So these are the general awareness, basically courses syllabus. Then there will be English, and you are all from, so maximum are from south, so you don't have any problem in English, I think so. So English, basically communication skill is required for armed forces, is to become an officer cadre, right? And so far as the mental numerical ability is concerned, there are some basic arithmetic or numericals are available on 10th standard, basically, right? So these are, and there is some reasoning test also. Okay. So basically, you have to prepare for your communication skill. You have to prepare for your general awareness. Then you have to prepare for your reasoning ability. Then that the mental or numerical ability, mathematics, logical reasoning. These are all available for your written exams. As of now, as an engineering category or as a normal graduate category, you can appear for AFCAT. Is that clear for AFCAT? For anybody can answer? Is it clear?
Sir, are there any eligibility criteria for AFCAT?
Criteria for whom?
AFCAT.
AFCAT, that is AFCAT, that is you should be a graduate first. Eligibility.
Final year students can appear?
Yes, yes, final year also appear. That is possible.
Okay, sir.
In a CDS also, combined defense also, and after 10 plus 2, those who are NDA, they can also. The appearing candidate. Before, suppose final exam, you should have cleared all your exams. So you will not be losing your chances. Okay. So these are the syllabus also available. You can search in Google also. But basically, what I insist you all, suppose you are really interested to go to armed forces, 100% from day one, from now onwards, right? You should prepare in this line. And these are all common exams patterns are available. Suppose you are preparing for a AFCAT and you preparing for also CDS also. So that is combined defense service conducted by UPSC, Union Public Service Commission. You see CDS syllabus, that is modern example, there will be offline exam. So there is Indian Military Academy, Naval Academy, Air Force Academy, and there are three officer training academy, OTA, right? So these are the requirement or the vacancies available for entire exam, that is combined defense service. Same, this is a CDS 1 and CDS 2. Two exams are conducted for twice in a year, you can say. Both CDS, AFCAT, and NDA. These are all, this is two exams as I have given you. One is AFCAT, and another is CDS, another is NDA. NDA is after 12th. So the mathematics and few syllables are different for NDA, whereas AFCAT, CDS, these are more or less equal syllabus will be there. So you can search it and you find the details. So if you are, there are two exams pattern here. So one is IMA, INA or AFA. There are English, general knowledge and elementary mathematics. Suppose you want to go for Officer Training Academy OTA, so you don't, if your mathematics is not required. So this is one difference. That is combined defense service is having two patterns. One is combined defense service having three exam syllabus, that is English, general knowledge and elementary mathematics. Whereas in CD OTA, they're only English and general. It indicates first two exams you will appear, third exam you will not be appearing for if you are appearing for Officer Training Academy OTA. Okay, is that clear? Can anybody explain? Is that clear? As of now?
Yes, sir, it is clear.
Okay. So now, what are all there in English? English, as you know, that the spotting error, these are the activities, synonym and tennis. So basically, you have to prepare from grassroots level from day one. It does not mean that you are only preparing for all this activity. This should be a daily activity. It's not like that. Before exam, you should prepare. You should prepare as a holistic approach to develop your personality. Basically, I'll explain what are the qualities armed forces basically require, right? So that also I'll explain in nutshell. So these are English. Then there is a general awareness. You see, there is a general awareness. These are the economics, physics, all this is on general nature. Then algebra. These are the basic algebra on 10th standard basically, right? Then arithmetic, this is also all 10th standard, 10th standard only. Trigonometry also 10th standard, elementary basically. Then geometrically also, then mensuration also, then statistics also. These are the basic out, right? So, or those who are basically 12th standard, I think very less students will be there, right? So, if you are into NDA, so you have to prepare for some different NDA. So NDA having a little bit more vast syllabus for mathematics basically. So 12 standard mathematics will be there. Other and different English and general awareness, this is common for everything. So NDA preparation and exam is little bit different. You will have mathematics 12 standard mathematics. So you can forget about you, basically you are all graduate and postgraduate. So we can plan for AFCAT and CDS. Right. So now you have to clear and there will be certain cutoff mark. Right. So once you clear, they will call you for there is a SSB interview. Right. Please mute. Anybody please mute. Okay. So when you go to SSB interview, anybody knows about SSB interview? Suppose you clear written exam, there will be a 5 days, 5 days interview will be there. Anybody knows? Okay, great. So basically, when you appear for SSB interview, they'll ask you few questions. What you think of yours, what your parents think of you, what your teachers think of yourself, right? So what your friends think of yourself, what are to write to positive negative qualities, then why you want to join defense, right? These are a few that is about on self description, right? So this is one about the self description. However, there will be a initial day you will, after written exam you will appear for different boards, right? There will be a screening test after completion of the exam also. That will be a screening test, right? So there is screening test, there are two. No, one is written, another is picture perception and discussion test will be there, right? These are a very easy and like a game you can see. So picture perception discussion test, you will be they will be giving some picture, you have to write down a story, then we will have a group discussion on it. Okay. So later on, then you will be filled up on personal information questionnaire like a biodata you have to fill up. Then there will be a psychological test. It includes TAT, WAT, SRT, and SD. That is called thematic apperception test. That is TAT, thematic apperception test. Another is a word association test. Another is situation reaction test. Another is self description. So thematic apperception test is they will give you some story. You have to write some story out of it on 3 to 4 minutes. That is called thematic apperception test. Suppose you have perceived something. Suppose I'll give you some example. Let me give some example. Uh, Okay, give me. Let me show you some successful candidates. Those who have gone. Mr. Biswajit, Captain Biswajit here, participated in Indian Military Academy. He is with parents, and then he is the passing grade in IMA Dehradun. And then I was there. Uh, then Yusuf, please stop presenting. You are not allowed to present. Stop presenting. Okay. So then these are the they then General Bipin Rawat, Chief of Defence Staff, as you know everybody. So we are fortunate to be with him, right? So I think it's a glorious moment. All I think you should like to be a part of like this. Yes or no? All are interested to get a
Yes, sir. Yes,
that
sir.
great. So I think you should be really enthusiastic and you should be proud of being a part of this type of adventure activity, right? So this is about to realize yourself that you can also do miracles. You can do also this activity, right? So these are all about. So let me give about the oil cues. Let me give some detail oil cues. Okay. So I was talking about um, that is psychological test. Let me give the psychological test. suppose like this type of picture will come. Anybody can give any story out of it? Just 1 minute, 2 minute, or 2 3 lines. What is happening and what is the future? Anybody? This is a picture shown to you. You have to create a story. You have to write down a story around it. Anybody?
A story around convocation dates or something like that.
Yes, yes, yes. So you have to write down the past, present, and future. Oh, very good. Like this. So this is a condition. This type of pictures will be shown to you. So you have to prepare your story, right? So likewise, we have many activity. I'll show you. Just see. So this is also one story. So this type of pictures will be shown to you. Then you have to write a story around it. All right. So this is about thematic apperception test, story writing test. You can see. Okay. So this is about story writing test. I'll show you something more. So basically, okay. Let me finish up first. What are all the syllabus or testing schedules as you have given, that is psychological test, right? So psychological test indicates semantic perception as I have given you, story writing, then word association, you will be given some words, right? Then you have to write down on, on sentence out of it, that is sentence making test, word association test, sentence writing. Then they will be given some real situations, then you have to answer those situations, right? So that is SRT. Then as a self description already I have given, these are the questions you have to write down. So all are clear about psychological test. I'll little bit explain also one by one. So this is about psychological test. This as I given you, this is about, just a minute. Yes, anybody? This is a one sample, that is, you see, this is, you have to write down a sentence suppose. Can anybody give a sentence out of behave? Please mute. Those who are not into there, please mute. Okay, so avoid. Can anybody make a sentence on avoid?
Yes,
In,
sir.
yes.
Meditation avoids stress.
Okay. So like this type of, that sentence will be there. This is about word association test. I have given, that is thematic perception story writing. Now this is a word association sentence writing test, right? So this is sentence writing test. Then I'll go for the situation reaction test. No, this is not the situation, that is, suppose this will be situation. These are the situation given to you. His mother is serious. He wants to meet him, but the war has been declared. What will he do? Suppose this is the example, right? Anybody can answer. His mother is serious. He wants to meet him, but the war has been declared. As a soldier, what will he do?
Duties first.
Right? But he will arrange something to take care of mother also. Duty also, and mother is also important. So he'll join the duty. However, she will arrange sufficiently so that his mother will be taken care of. Right? So parallelly, both has to be taken care of. So these are the situation reaction. So in this type of scenario, how you are reacting to a situation, so your psychology will be judged. These are all about the testing of your psychology. So this is about, that is about your psychological test. As I have given you, these are set. Then there will be an interview. You will begin half an hour or 1 hour interview will be there. One-to-one interview will be there. Is it clear? So one is that is your screening test. Then written test there will be there again. Then there will be picture perception and discussion test. Those you are clear, they will be undergone for another 3 days. One is psychological test. Then there is interview. Then that is group testing officer. You will be GTO task. Group testing obstacles will be there. As a group, you will be tested. All right. So there will be two GD. There is GD1, GD2. Then there is a military planning or group planning exercise. That is GPE, group planning exercise. Full group task, half group task, then lecturate, command task, individual obstacle, final group task. In a group, they will be testing you physical fitness along with your commanding ability, along with your OLQ, officer leadership qualities. Age of now, anybody having any doubt?
Sir, can you please tell us about the sir book list and resources, sir?
What are the books? Good books.
Yes, sir, for preparation.
Yes, there are very good books, sir. You can go through CDS book, AFCAT books are available. There are some SSB interview coaching, the career activity. So Pathfinder you might be seeing. Pathfinder, there is a book, sir, Pathfinder.
Yeah.
Right? So these are the activity you can see that one. So this is about that is a Pathfinder is a very good book, and you can search availability. Suppose you are a group of 4 students, right? You can bring 4 books on different. Suppose Career Academy, some different authors. R.K. Narayan, Vikramanda Narayan, and different SSB books are available. Right. So basically, I'll come to the point. Basically, this is a testing of your personality, right? So we need to improve our personality. What are all characters of quality that also we need to discuss. All right. So once you clear the exams, this is a final day. There will be a conference. Will be there. All GTO, interview officer, and psychologist all will meet in a conference. Then finally they will declare the result, recommended or not recommended. Then there will be medical, then there will be merit, then there is a training, then final completion, then you will be commissioned in armed forces. These are all about the NDA, CDS, and FCAT. These are the final interview schedule for 5 days. Anybody, any doubt on this? Otherwise, let's we'll move into the officer leadership quality. What are the things they would like to see inside you for this type of 5 days of rigorous test? Age of now, any doubt, anybody? You can freely ask. We'll give you 2 minutes, 3 minutes. Anybody in any discussion, anything, you can ask. No, no questions.
No, sir.
Okay,
No, sir.
okay. So even if there is something, we can discuss later on also. Don't worry about it, right? So, so
Sir, hello.
yes, yes, please.
Sir, if we have specs, so are we eligible for
For
the exam? If we have specs
yes,
number.
yes, yes, yes. Eligibility, you can eligible till up to some extent also up to 3 and 4 you are eligible.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, yes, eligible, and you can search in Google also. What is the eligibility criteria?
Okay, sir.
Right?
Sir,
Yes.
you will give the certificate. certificate, sir?
Pardon?
Participation certificate will be given for this webinar.
That will be given. Don't worry about it. That your coordinator will take care. But this is not a participant. That is basically about your involvement and goal of your life, right?
Uh,
So basically,
yes, sir.
right. So this is about my screen is visible.
Yes, sir.
I think somebody has stopped given. Now my screen is visible. Okay. So basically, armed forces, these are the activity I have given you detail interview. These are the tests, leadership qualities tests, and these are the testing. That is PPDT, medical. These are different age I have discussed, right? Then there will be a screening test like this. There will be a screening test. Then verbal and non-verbal reasoning. Then this will be like this. You have to be, you need to write down some picture. Then you have to go for a discussion part two. Part one is a just writing a story. Then second is a group discussion. Then we'll move with the sample test, right? So these are the availability where you need to go for. These are all about is. Then psychological test as I given, you will be given this type of story, thematic perception test, word association, situation, and self description. So these are the tests available. Just want to give a very fast recap. Then word association test. Then situation reaction, you have to give in a situation, you have to answer. Then there will be a psychological test, right? Then there will be why they are going to see you, what is the procedure and why they are asking or preparing this type of questionnaire and what is the objective. So basically, in this AFCAT and CDS or NDA, they need a leader. So they required some official leadership qualities, right? So there are factors are there, right? So there are four factors. It is planning and organization, P and O. Then another is social adjustment. Then social effectiveness. Then dynamics. These are four factors they are looking for a personality, right? So you will get an SSB book. You will get everything there. So out of planning and organization, they require effective intelligence, planning, organization, and organizing ability, right? So these are available in depth also you can go through. But however, age is my moral responsibility to give you all details in a nutshell, right? So effective intelligence, that is practical intelligence and resourcefulness. Then there is a planning and organizing. Then organizing ability, the ability to arrange resources in a systematic manner to produce effective result. In war or this type of situation, you should not speak, okay मेरे पास ये नहीं है, I don't have this type of things, I don't have this or I don't have this other activity. Whatever resource available with you, you need to plan or you need to prepare or you need to present, and you have to come out with a proper solution. You should not cry at that moment. You should manage the situation along with the available resources, right? So next we'll do social adjustment, how socially you are adjustable. As a leader, socially you should be adaptable, you have some intelligence. Then attitude towards it, you should be tactful, adaptability. Then there should be sense of responsibility, you should have some sense of responsibility. You should take care of your entire team. And faithfulness and firm sense of duty, you should be faithful unto that also, right? Now, then social effectiveness, you should have some initiativeness, right? So you should take care of that. Then you should some initiativeness also. Basically, until unless you have that type of activity, initiativeness. Can anybody explain what is initiativeness? Can anybody explain what is initiativeness?
To take initiative to do certain tasks, like just say yes to any given task.
Yes, yes. So you should be taking care of taking you should be volunteer, this rather you can say, right? So you should be volunteer to take care of these things. Okay, if you have given some messages, let me check some message, or let me complete, then we'll discuss about the detailed activity. If you have given a message or anybody going through a message, you can just help me out so that in progress in call message last date June. Okay, if you are giving appendicitis, or those who are having appendicite, not an worry. You can activity notification is already there. Then percentage AFCAT also you should first class you should be doing. Everything is there available in this. Okay, graduation day, getting degree, graduation day. Okay, okay, great. So all are participating. Great. So let me think about this is about. Okay, so now let's move into the social effectiveness, right? Social effectiveness, this is initiativeness, ability to influence group. These are the requirement for initiative. Then you should be very dynamic. Determination, courage should be there. This is most important. Everything, all activities are required. So you should be dynamic, determination, right? Then courage should be there. The capacity to keep composed in adverse situation. These are all activities required, right? So basically, as per the requirement, we need to go for different type of activity, which is most important about doing the activity. All right. So let me give some detail about OLQ. Just hold on. One PPT was there. Let me give some discussion. Counseling session. This is interview. Okay, so okay, these are activity. Anything, anybody require anything, any help on this? Basically, as of now, anything, anybody, any activity required for somebody. Before, I'll give you some details also. We'll keep four factor: planning and organization, social adjustment, right? Then that is a factor three, social effect and dynamics. So you can be very effective intelligence, reasoning ability, logical reasoning, right? Then organizing ability is most important. Then power of expression, you should be very good in your expression of your power, right? So then so far the factor two is concerned, that's the adjustment, social adjustment, social intelligence, attitude, tactful adaptability. Then you should be having very good cooperation, right? Then there is a sense of responsibility. Then you should be very really disciplined, and discipline is most important, right? Then as we have discussed, initiativeness, the self confidence, then speed of decision, this is also most important. Speed of decision, confidence, you should be really damn confident, and you should have a very fast no decision taking power. Then you should be effective in social, another group, you should be very effective. You should be, yeah, you should influence the group in a positive manner, right? So you should not be dull, you should be lively, right? Remain buoyant in distressful situation. If even if there is a distress, you should be feeling cheerful and manage the things in a positive manner. Then determination and application to work, capacity to physical application to work. Then you should have the motive and drive inside go to move ahead, right? So you should have some courage, then capacity, then stamina, right? So these are the activity on in the more or less you should believe, I believe I can fly, right? So basically, these are the activity where we can go for a different activity on armed forces doing activity. Anything, anybody, basically, we have given a lot of things about how to prepare for armed forces, then what is AFCAT, what is Combined Defense Service, what is NDA, then what are the written exams, then what are the interviews. Interviews is into two parts. One is screening test, another is the real SSB. So SSB having screening test followed by we have lot of activity just to hold that is a activity as I have given you. These are the detailed screening test followed by psychological test, then there will be interview, then there will be group testing, then conference result, right? So these are entire activity for appearing for armed forces, and we have different activity notification. Twice in a year you are eligible to appear for written exam. Once you clear, you can appear. One more issue, suppose you have NCC certificate. Very important, if you are having NCC certificate, so you are exempted for written test in certain area of our Air Force, Navy and Army. Direct SSB interviews are there conducted for NCC certificate holders. Right? So these are all activity. Anything from your side, just let me know. Please stop presenting. Yes, anybody, any doubt, anything you would like to ask? We left with a few minutes also, or we can extend also if required. Anybody, any activity, anything you'd like to know, you would like to ask? Mr.
Sir, what will be the entries for postgraduates
We
and
have
entries are there?
same, we have the same AFCAT also in graduates also. So there will be a age limit will be there. In postgraduate also there are admin vacancies are there in AFCATs also. Air Force common admission test. For post graduation, there are some good about there is a education group or different admin activities are there. Logistic and meteorological activity. These are all different groups are there.
And what will be the age limits for that entries?
One is around 23, 24 years. They say, suppose for CDS, you were eligible for 23 and a half years. Then for OTA, there will be 24 years. So 25 years. Then for FCAT and all, you will be around 27 years. So depending upon graduation capability, you are basically eligible for all type of activity. FCAT little bit more. Post graduation, they are having upper end limit around 27 years. However, you every time you should check the eligibility criteria. There is some notification may vary time to time. And moreover, as I have discussed, preparation from day one is most important. This is about your personality. They are going to check your personality, right?
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, anything. So, I hope any doubt, anything you can ask.
Sir, in which month the form will be released for
Uh,
registration?
Yeah, I have given this one. This is link. You can search this. Suppose any time you can search this one, you will be getting this type. Suppose AFCAT 1 exam button, right? So this is the syllabus. AFCAT exam date 26 August. Like this, you will get the details in application. There are some official website, Air Force websites also, Army website also. You can search. You will get everything twice in a year.
Okay.
Twice in a year. Are same applicable to combined defense also. In UPSC, this is conducted by UPSC. Alright, everything will be here only.
But,
There will be CDS 1
sir,
and CDS 2. Yes, please.
sir, if one friend of earlier, so sir, if you want to apply for CDS, sir, so which is best suitable, sir, CDS 1 or CDS 2, because there will be no the final mark sheet issue, sir. at the
No,
time of
no, that is
interview?
not possible. That is not the SCS. Suppose you may appear for CDS one or two, depending upon your flexibility. If you appear fast, you will be getting another chance. And if you have a mark sheet, they will, because you are appearing for exam, then there will be a written test, then followed by there is a interview, then followed by there is a merit list. So you'll get another 6 to 8 months to appear before that. So don't worry about that. If you are eligible, please prepare and appear the exams. That's all. Right?
Okay, sir.
Prepare from day one. This is your test of your personality, basically. Okay? Okay. I think I'll hand over to Mr. Ramesh. Ramesh, please take over.
Yes, sir. Really excellent, sir. All are enthusiastically from the starting to ending, observing points of various levels of selection, different exams. Really, we are very happy, sir. Your students got selected. With the Roberts sir also taking snaps, we really admiring. Hats off to you, sir. Really inspirable and encouraging, sir. I hope students motivated little bit to apply and get the jobs. Anyhow, really thanks to you, sir, because whenever I called to you, I'm in the journey, I'm in the travel, such a busy, even though as per our requisition, our management requisition also you considered and given a good insights, inputs to candidates, sir. Happy. Thank you one and all. Good luck.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Take care. Wishing you all the best.